Welcome along to the Spearo Diaries podcast with Elise and Laura, two mermaids chatting about spearfishing and ocean adventures.
This week's episode is an entertaining compilation of mini interviews with Spearo peers before and after the Mercury Bay Open Competition. It's held on King's birthday in June every year and organised by the Herbert family.
So we delve into how the peers feel about the day's events. We thought it'd be a really fun way to create a snapshot of what it's like to be involved in a competition, including aspects such as good dive conditions, fish caught, and just general good chat.
This recording is not for little ears or sensitive Sallies, as it contains some wild Spearos in their natural environment. Before we crack in, we'd like to mention we are really pumped to be attending the upcoming New Zealand Boat Fish Dive Expo in Hamilton at the end of August.
And we will have more details on that at the end. We hope you enjoy this Spearo Diaries Comp Day entry. Please note that some of this is recorded on our phone, so may be a little loud. We had an awesome time and we want to give a shout out to the Herberts for another great comp. Anyway, here we go. Take a listen to our pre-comp interviews. All right, here we are at the Mercury Bay Open. We have got an awesome day ahead of us, so we thought we'd come along and interview a couple of the contestants. I don't know. What are we? Competitors. So we've got Todd and Kobe with us.
G'day, how we doing?
G'day.
Hello. So how are you guys feeling about today?
Today should be good. It's a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be, which is nice. The wind is looking bugger all, which will be a good day. I think it's just going to be a good day on the water, really.
I've been told the water's real clear, have 10-15 metres viz apparently, so that'll be good.
Ooh.
But who knows?
Yeah, let's hope there's plenty of fish around. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So have you guys got a bit of a strategy today?
Well, you're just going to go out there and see what we can find, pretty much. Each day you got to take as a time. When it comes to these competitions, you can't exactly have one plan and stick to it through and through. You've got to be adaptable. What is it? Improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going out there, we'll have a look, we'll see, make sure the tide is riding the right way, and we'll see if we get any fish or birds on the surface before we get out there. But mainly we'll be targeting a few of the currenty fishy areas and probably aim for that. What do you reckon, Cobes?
Yeah, hopefully some pelagics.
Yeah.
Because they're the easy ones.
Easy one. Oh, yep. So me and Elise obviously know how you guys know each other, but for all of the listeners who do not know, how do you guys know each other and why are you buddies today?
Well, Toddy's my uncle, so known him for a wee while.
Most
and
of your life, eh?
Yeah, most of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just asked me a couple of weeks back if I wanted to dive in the Mercury Bay Opens with him, so yeah, I said yes.
So Kobe's in the under 18 section, so there's a good chance that he could try and win the juniors. So my plan is to sort of try and let him shoot most of the fish today, and so all the fish we weighed in will be valid for the junior section. So we'll try and give that a crack and see how we get on.
Nice, and you've flown up all the way from...
Bluff, but that was about 6 months ago to be fair.
Same.
All right, well, good luck. Hope you have heaps of fun today.
Cheers.
All right, here we are with another competitive pair. We have got Rob and Stu.
Hello.
Hey.
Good morning. So how are you guys feeling about today?
Horny.
Horny?
Ready for some fishage? Yeah. Fishage.
Yeah, so interesting. It's only 7 a.m, so what is your strategy going to be?
Follow Rob. Do what he tells me.
Be a good boy, do as you're told.
It's not going to be like that at all. I've been looking forward to actually doing a comp with Stu for ages, and it's the first time we're doing one together, so it'll just be a mix of, we've got like slightly different styles, and we'll figure it out together, and yeah, just work our way through the day. Yeah.
I reckon you guys
Make
will
it to
be
the
a
end.
good pair.
That's the key.
Well, you've kind of half answered this, and me and Elise know how you know each other, because that's how we met you as well, but just for our listeners, how do you know each other?
So I started I joined Fundamentals in maybe like 2018, 2019, and met Rob. Rob was the sensei. of the club.
Yeah. Still the sensei of the club. He's
don't know
told us
about-
everything we know.
Thought leader.
Thought leader, I don't think so. Yeah, no, we all train with this awesome group, Fundamentals, which is, there's no sensei. We're just kind of, we have a good training scheme and we do lake and a bit of social stuff, but also like doing comps, and it's a really good opportunity to dive together, and I'm looking forward to diving with Stu.
Yeah, there's
And I'm
no
excited
sensei.
to see, I just noticed you were wearing, are those the wool, is that a Birkenstock?
They
Or is that a...
wool Birks, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
See, I'm just on the...
Bougie
Top
Birks.
tier.
I'm on the plastic Crocs.
Yeah, we've got the crop.
Just for some visuals for our listeners, they are both wearing
One day, if you save your pennies.
Fundamentals kit, gear, t-shirts and hoodies, but also quite matching Uber Sensei Spearmen Crocs for the start of this winter
he says
day.
There's no sensei, but we all look up to Rob and Kerry, so thank you boys, have a great day.
Good luck for you too as well.
Thanks. Okay, we have got Laura and Durin. We're very excited about today. How are you guys feeling about the day?
Pretty excited.
Pretty pumped.
First time diving the Mercs, so keen to see what it's like out here.
Yeah,
Got a
keen to
good
get
crew.
out, keen to get diving.
Have you got a bit of a strategy for today?
Yes, we do, but we won't disclose that at this moment, given that this is
come
pre-comp when
on.
it's recorded.
Yeah, we're not silly. We've already figured out we don't want to give you our little tips away at the start of the day, Elise.
What? All right, well, that's kind of fair. So, how do you guys know each other, and have you dived before together?
So I had the pleasure of meeting Laura when we went out to the Great Barrier Island spearfishing charter with the Weddy crew.
Yes. So actually everyone on this current boat, all four of us, so Jamie, Elise, Laura and Darren, have all met together on that trip. So pretty cool to come back together and do a comp and spend the day on Naughty Boy, Darren's boat. So lovely new craft.
It's a bit fancy. So, yeah, all the best. Have an incredible day, and we'll chat afterwards. You.
Sure.
Here we are on Naughty Boy the boat, about to check in with Jamie and Elise, the pair, the fierce pair, about how they're feeling about today.
Yeah, I'm feeling hopeful purely because I'm diving with Elise. I'm well out of practice. But
Thanks for that. I'm probably going to do crap.
she is going to hold it all together today as long as I can keep up with her. So that's the plan.
I'm concerned because I'm not feeling too hot, but it's going to be good, and I'm going to follow Jamie around, so it's going to be a weird circle of swimming.
Yeah, we've all been for a dive yesterday, so some of us feeling a bit spicy, some of us are feeling good. These two I think will do relatively well, but I want to know their strategy. They probably won't tell me. Do you have a strategy tomorrow? Yeah, do you have one?
My main strategy is just to beat Laura and Durin.
Well, it might not be hard, but you know what? We bring the pump, hey Darren.
Yeah, the overall strategy at all comps is just to finish above at least one Herbert. So Todd and Kobe have got a target on their back.
We're coming for you.
I believe Kobe's quite hungover.
Yes.
He's been in a bit of a party last night, so that's in our favour for sure. And I think Todd's just unfit and useless these days, so I think we'll be right.
Can't wait for him to give you some feedback on this episode. That's great. And just for context to everyone else, we've kind of given that little bit of a story about how we all met on a boat on a trip for Great Barrier Island. But how do you guys know each other?
We met on the Great Barrier trip. We spent 3 days eating, sleeping and diving and smelling like goats together, so it was this true friendship. And so, yeah, and then we came down to Mercury Bay Island and really made it friendship. So happy friend anniversary, Jamie.
Yeah, is it pretty much the anniversary since then? Fucking A. Epic.
Yeah, a little bit of a memory for us. We're all actually currently, you can't see us, but we're all currently wearing long shots, our little Spearo club that we got invited into, me and Elise, along to Jamie's little
You wouldn't
collective.
believe what we had to do to join, eh?
But we'll keep that off here.
Pretty rigorous initiation strategy.
Oh well, look forward to catching up with you guys at the end of the comp.
Alrighty.
Right, well, Laura, what did you think about all of that then?
I think it was pretty good hearing from all the different peers and, you know, a few family combos, a few friend combos, some boy-girl combos, no girl-girl combo from us, which I'm still dark about, clearly, so.
I know, we really should have entered the women's category for that one, but
We would have won, so that's a little bit sad, you know, no women's category and...
self-appointed every comp. Like, there is most of the time not actually a women's category, but we self-appoint it and we often win it. So
We did shake hands, actually. I've just remembered this now. I shook hands with Todd Herbert, and he said if I help organise next year, then he will put a women's section in. So
I think what you actually agreed
Was sober
to,
too.
and I'm not sure if you were sober at this point, but I think you agreed to 15 years.
oh, what? Fill me in. Fill me in. What did I? Yeah, I don't remember this. 15 years of
maybe
going,
it
or
wasn't
15 years
sober.
of helping.
I'm like, for a women's category, I do remember you saying that you would help for the next 15 years of Mercury Bay, and that you would
remember
pump
a
it up.
handshake. I vividly remember a handshake
Yeah.
and feeling like I got something I wanted.
Oh,
But
it sounds like
that's-
you're moving to Coromandel, mate. You're gonna.
Jeez. Oh well.
Oh,
been
well,
nice.
Mercury Bay's gonna be great.
But we do love it, and we attended last year in
Yeah.
2023, and we did compete together,
This is true.
and it was really fun. And I remember, and I still have a picture of us in our long shot hoodies because we were initiated into the Long Shots Collective.
What did we have to do to get initiated? It sounds really intense, but really we just had to buy a hoodie. So
Yeah, I think we just annoyed them enough that they let us have hoodie purchasing and said, fine, we'll let some girls into the club,
yeah,
and
fine,
that was it.
fine. You can be in the club.
But we did get two very big port eye at that
Yeah.
comp, and I was very excited because for me, it wasn't my first port eye, but I do remember being very excited about the shot I took on that port eye. And we
Yeah.
came back, and we knew we weren't going to thrash any of the boys, but we had a great day. And then from there, we've formed some really awesome friendships and spent quite a bit of time going back and forward to the Coromandel for diving when we can, because we really enjoy the people and the places. And
Yeah, I think last year we both had some pretty severe like sinus issues, and we both had colds, so we couldn't really dive deep. And I remember sitting up the night before, and we went through this weird YouTube video of like sinus massages.
Yeah, I do remember some forehead tapping and some weird YouTubing and being in Jamie's
Wiggling your
garage.
ears in certain ways.
We appreciate the accommodation, Jamie. All the love, but it was cold in there.
It was,
and I was
yeah.
thinking, man, it's winter, we're in this cold ass garage, we've both been sick, and we're sitting there like playing some video where we're like tapping our sinus areas.
Yeah, giving it a good massage. But it seemed to work. The next day we did all right. Like, I gotta say, we did, I mean, personally, not that we're going to give you any spoilers just yet, but I'd say last year we did better than, I did better than this year. But you'll find out about that soon.
I don't think we can compare.
No, because that's women's. That was the women's category,
that's
right?
True.
And this time we split up, which is interesting. We decided we might try learn some more things from other people.
Yeah, we both had a few different dive buddies that were sort of more experienced than each other that we thought we'd line up and learn off and have a good time with and get a few other people kind of into the comp, and then basically trickled back and forth. Would we dive together? Would we dive with other people? And then we both basically wrangled in one of our good guy mates to team up with us, and thought we'd go it alone.
Yeah, go learn some different things. Yeah, I mean it was good, and it was good fun. And actually on the Saturday, we went out to where did we go? We went out to the
Aldermans.
The Aldermans.
It was very
What part of the
memorable
country
dive,
am I in?
actually.
Yeah, that was flippin' incredible.
Huge
Oh my god.
schools of blue mau, seals.
Yeah, seals.
Got one of our mates Hamish, who hasn't been diving for a long time, back out in the water, and he was
Yeah.
just frothing it.
Yeah. I like how we say that we got him out in the water, but actually we went on his boat.
We got a ride in his car and went on his boat, and I'm like, yeah, we took him out.
Yeah, he did just have a little baby, so it was his first dive since baby, was it? Or second?
I'm pretty
First?
sure it was first since Christmas. Or...
Yeah, there's a butterfish tax every time you go on Hamish's boat, because his wife loves butterfish. So every time we go out, the first thing we do is we just plug like our limit of butterfish that we want to give, and pass them on to them. So put them in the freezer and make a happy wife, happy life. And it just means we get to go diving with our Spearo bud too. So
Yeah, and it was a good way to start a long weekend. You have that little bit of extra excitement because you're like, I'll get 3 days off, not just 2. And I think you realize, I don't know about you, but I always feel a little bit more like the first day diving out of 2, like less pressure. And it's a little bit more exciting, and you don't know what's going to be out there, and you're excited in the car and all that kind of stuff. And definitely you, me and Jamie and Hamish were feeling those excited vibes heading out.
Oh,
to the Almonds.
absolutely. Although I'm not going to lie, I was cooked the next day for the actual comp.
We
So
also considered going night diving.
we did.
Which we didn't
didn't.
go do.
We
but
didn't.
We did consider doing a dive on the Saturday all day, then a night dive, and then a comp on the Sunday.
Yeah.
High five to us for not doing the night dive because, we would not have hacked that.
While it would have been cool, we would have been tired little cookies, and the cookie would have crumbled. So
We stuck with our usual attempts at, eating well and not drinking and all those kinds of things, but I think it was just
we say that, but
dehydration.
I think we were so pumped up with how we did on the Saturday and going out to Alderman's. There's every chance that I ate an entire pizza to myself and had a
dairy,
couple of beers.
cheese and dairy.
I felt it the next day, the whole day. I was like, this pizza's still inside me.
Well, I stand corrected, but I also think what you're doing here is you're just trying to make excuses for the segment that's about to
Whoa,
come
whoa,
with how
whoa,
the day
whoa.
went. But you can blame the dairy and the fun all you like. But
I'd just like to go back to that moment where I said, my main goal of the day is to beat Laura and Duran. And that I did not. So.
Oh, you've just spoiled the great reveal.
Damn it. Sorry. Oh.
But no, I mean, all in all, like a really, really good weekend. And basically, I guess we'll just let you hear from everyone how it went. I thought it was a cool way to, quite a lot to fit in. Having chats with people on a comp day, which we've never done before. But it's, it's the raw, straight after they've gone in the water, little chats before prize giving, and it's quite cool hearing from everyone like sort of how their day went in their own perspective.
Yeah.
And yes, as we've just ribbed each other out about, I did technically beat Elise, but
hell yeah, she did. I was so proud of her.
I do get a bit of flack sometimes from people that I just ride Elise's coattails and compete with her because she's really good. That I just get the kudos.
Let
so
it
it was
be
kind of
heard.
nice for me to not have to have
Let
people
it be heard
presume.
here that I ride her coattails, so I'm actually the only reason why we do well in comps is because of Laura, and this is the proof's in the pudding.
It's not the only reason,
So-
but it is nice to not have everyone just think that I'm only doing okay because I'm with Elise Kleins.
As if.
But every comp day has its different things, and I think everyone I talked to, and we both had this, it was like everyone still had like if I had got that fish, or if I hadn't lost that fish, but I feel like
It was
that's kind
fishy.
of. Yeah, I mean, everyone had a story about the fish they lost or didn't get, and I think that's the thing, is it kind of can be, it can always turn out so differently, and the whole day you're thinking, oh, well, maybe some other people have got heaps more than me, or maybe someone else did or didn't lose a fish, so it's always the fun, exciting part for me is the coming back and actually realising maybe you didn't do too badly when you thought you'd not done that well.
Well, sometimes you think you've done like all right, and then you see everyone else catching, you're like, ooh.
But yes, as it details in the next little mini interviews, you guys had a few hiccups that definitely would have affected how well you did.
Yeah. that's all right.
And we had a few things
our
happen
feet.
that could have made us place higher. So
Yeah, this is true. So the actual dive day on, what was it, the 2nd of June, King's birthday weekend, we all gathered around it out in the front yard of Herbs, which is kind of where it starts every year.
Flaxmill Bay, for those who don't
Flaxmill
know
Bay.
the great
If
establishment.
you don't hear it advertised, know that it's still going ahead. So everyone gathered around. They chose the comp location the morning of, based on a vote of the crowd. So
In the context of comps too, sorry to just zip on in there.
Yeah, go on.
We've obviously covered the Port Valley comp, which is a little bit more of a casual up north comp. It's usually for people who live around that area. But for the Mercury Bay Open, there's actually people who travel from Wellington and stuff every year to do it. And
yeah,
it's been
people
running
come
for,
from all over,
running for a long time, same weekend every year, and has had really big numbers in past years of people coming from all over New Zealand to do it. So
Like a really, really long time. It's definitely one of the main events in the year. I think last year it got moved, but only because the Nationals had to go on the King's birthday weekend. So it ended up being that the Mercury Bay was like a couple of weeks later or something like that. And we get 2 Nationals. We get next year's Nationals this year in December. Stewart Island.
yes,
Excited?
so what we thought was going to be an Easter 2025 Nationals in Stewart Island has recently got moved for Finboy reasons, for basically the movements and research around great white movements. For December this year, 2024, the New Zealand Spearfishing Nationals will be in Stewart Island, and we're both pretty excited about that. So
yeah, it's gonna be good. Like, it's just what an incredible location. So
yeah, I've heard some pretty awesome stuff and seen a lot of really good footage from down there. So yeah, that's kind of our long-term comp goal that you'll hear us talking about probably for the next couple of months will be us leading into that competition.
So the conditions we had on the day, pretty spectacular for the first weekend in winter. It was like 8 to 12, 15 in some spots, meters visibility. A little bit hazy as the tide turned. But yeah, like still pretty warm. It was sitting around like 17 degrees, which I was quite happy with because it is definitely not that now at the time of this recording. It is a lot colder now. But yeah, like beautiful. I think it was like pretty sunny. Like there was not too much wind. Like I think it was like very, very minimal swell. So overall, it was just like a mint day, and we were super, super, super lucky to get out on a good day like that.
Pretty dreamy ride out on the boats and that too. Like it's never great when you're hurling out to a comp location to start and the boat ride is hectic and your like whole body's getting like thrashed around on a boat just to get to the dive spot. So it was good that it was a pretty cruisy ride out there and nice day to just be in the water.
Pretty good, pretty comfortable too though on Duran's fancy new boat though, isn't it? Like it travels really well in the water, and yeah, it's awesome that we get to go out on that. Especially with the infamous Flaxmore Bay tractor launch. It's always a good time with the dogs running down the side as they send you off to sea. So, and one other thing is how cool to see how much of a difference between a year, like last year when we were diving and then this year when we're diving, just feel so much more comfortable in the water and just kind of know what's going on around us a little bit more, which is quite cool.
Yeah, I was definitely, I wouldn't have pictured that last year, diving up your ass as I normally do and kind of figuring out how comps work and, shooting my second or third port eye and just doing a bunch of things I hadn't done to going into a comp where my buddy actually talks about how I'm the experienced one, which is hilarious for me to be more experienced than someone else at this point. And just to, like you say, feel really comfortable making a few decisions and knowing what fish was on the, fish were on the fish list and like how many you should get and kind of just knowing that quite comfortably and knowing some different approaches about where to go if you're not finding fish and how to strategize your time with how long it takes you to go back to the boat and all that, just all that kind of stuff that I didn't realise I had kind of picked up so much in the last year of competing.
So that's another good, that's a reason why it's good for us to, like, I guess, split off into
my big girl panties.
Separate mermaid ways and compete with other people, because you do realise, oh, actually I know some shit, and like you have dived well and you have like, you can hold your own in the water, like you don't have to go with someone else who is super experienced, like you know your shit and you can dive now.
Thank you. It's also probably pretty good for you to like not have someone pull your gun out of your hand too when you're competing. Is that kind of like, is that quite relaxing when you're trying to take shots that your gun doesn't get wrenched out of your hand?
Just as you're lining up kahawai and your gun gets pulled out of your hand, it's always a good time. But then I did that to you 2 minutes later in that comp, so it was all part of the fun.
I think
the kahawai thought it was fun.
It's definitely, you learn so much diving from different people and just watching how they move in the water, and we can come back together and share those lessons learned together and have a podcast about it. So.
It's been good. Okay, so next we're going to go to the post-comp interviews that we did. Now, mind you, this is a few hours later. We've all driven back. People are a little tired. There's a lot of CO2 with the blood. The alcohol blood volume may be a little higher too. Everyone's a little silly and we're all just having a bit of fun, and it's just been a really cool day. So listen up to this. Okay, we have finished the comp today and it's been an epic day. So we've got Todd and Kobe here. How did you guys go today?
We had a okay-ish day. We bet big, win big, did a massive swing big, and didn't quite succeed very well. We were planning to go to a rock far, far away, hoping there was lots there, and there was just blue mau mau. That was us. So it was a long struggle. We just got the Navionics out before. It was 6.5 kilometre swim today for both of us. So it's a bit hard when you haven't done a swim since February. It's 3 months later, which it's just sore legs at the moment. That's me.
Yeah, very big swim for not enough luck, but yeah.
Unfortunate, but good on you for going there.
Following on then, did you stick to your strategy?
Pretty much, yes. Like, we went into a bay that we didn't plan on going into, but that's about it. Everything else we did to plan, I'd say.
Yeah, it was a fairly new terrain for both of us. We hadn't really been to these places before, but we're just kind of going as you, sort of picking it up as you go along. Got a few fish here and there. It wasn't a lot happening throughout the day, which made it pretty tricky, but it's better to be lucky than good any day, which we weren't.
Did you guys have any funny moments today at all?
Yeah, so I was stalking a butterfish and I seen a couple kilo snapper in the corner of my eye that didn't see me, and I stalked up to it, got to about a metre away from it, pulled the trigger and hit the rock next to it.
Unfortunate.
No, funny moments. Well, an unfunny moment was the divers next to us, Blake and Ben, swam the same distance we did to the same rock, and next to us shot a blue moki, which would have just bloody been brilliant, but they got it.
It sounds like you guys had a pretty good day together. What would you say the best part of diving with your uncle is, Kobe?
Getting out of my wetsuit.
Whoa! Yeah, that's...
We're going to follow up from that about some nephew
that
chat?
was at the end of the day. It was not during the day. No.
I mean, you're still sitting next to each other right now, so... Good.
I probably should have thought that one through.
All right, well done, you guys. You sound like you did an awesome job today. So.
Thank you. And
Bloody
we'll
good job.
see you on the next one.
We are here with the competitive pair, Rob and Stu, checking in. How did you go today, boys?
It was great. It was quite hard going. Not many fish, and sort of quite challenging weather in some parts. But Rob shot a lot of fish. I shot a couple of fish.
Shot plenty of fish, mate.
Yeah, we shot some fish.
No, it was good. Enjoyed the day. Missed a couple of fish that actually would have, like 2 trevs and a kingy, and then one of our snapper was just slightly too small. So that was a bit frustrating, but that was good.
One thing which was cool about the day was there weren't many divers where we were diving, so we didn't feel like we're sort of having to like crowd out our burleys, or like we weren't getting run over by other people. So that was cool, and found some new terrain, got some crays. It was mint.
That's very cool.
And did you guys have any funny moments today?
Funny moments. Well, funny thing. It's funny you should ask. I usually have to poo when I go spearing, and today I didn't.
Ideal situation.
Yeah. It's very weird for me.
Yeah.
So that was a highlight. Nice. Another moment was Rob telling me my gun was too complicated. That was funny.
I think I didn't quite use those words.
Yeah. I fucking hate your gun. But that was cool. It was the motivation I needed to buy a new one. So that's great.
Sweet.
I had a sketchy individual come and try and take over our burley spots.
Was her name Elise Clint?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I had to have some choice words, and no, it was all good. It was funny.
Did you see the bronzy?
No, I didn't see the bronzy.
There's a fucking tank of a bronzy cruise through on that weed line.
Is that must have taken
when it was getting shallower. No, quite early on.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The other funny moment was I managed to find a snapper that identified as a porori. Basically swam over, and it was about before it gutted and gilled, it would have been 6.5% or so. Easy. Yeah. And then I yell over to Stu, Stu, check this out. And he just goes, oh, yeah. I'm like, dude. And he's like, I thought it was a drummer.
Yeah. It honestly looked like a drummer.
He was nonchalant.
Yeah.
It's like you're hard to please, Stu.
Would you say that you guys stuck to your strategy that you had earlier on?
100%. Yeah. We stuck to the strategy at the start, and we were flexible going through the day. But for the most part, we stuck. When we said we were going to swim to whatever point, we would swim to that point. No one was giving up and getting distracted. and it was great.
We did get 6 crays, so there might have been a little bit of distraction.
But I reckon we probably only spent 10 minutes getting crays.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was
Bit of a honey hole, you said earlier.
yeah. Rob's honey hole.
Good on you, bro.
Stu dove deep into it. What do you reckon is the best part of diving together?
Oh, we were just both positive the whole day through. You know, there was no one threw a tanty, and yeah,
it was crazy. It was good.
Positive vibes.
Yeah, we chatted a bit. We dived a lot. Kind of like it was easy. Actually, just felt easy.
Yeah.
Well, nice. We're looking forward to seeing prize giving that we're going to soon, hearing how you boys did. We've got a little bit of a thought that you might be at the very top there somewhere, but either way...
I don't think we won it. No, I think
third, maybe?
Yeah, I think Mullins took it out.
Wow, I mean, the guy can dive 100 metres, so there's a couple of fish down there that none of us can get, but that's all right.
Oh, we were expecting great things from you, and it sounds like it went pretty well, so...
Yeah, fantastic. Proud of you all, and yes to spearfishing fundamentals. So come and train, and you'll be able to be as good as Rob and Stu.
I hope we edit this.
All right, here we have got the Laura and the Darren today. So how did you guys go today?
Well, I think we went pretty well. We got a lot of the species we were targeting, and didn't come back empty-handed, which is the best of all.
I think we actually surprised ourselves. I think we got to like maybe 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and we hadn't actually swum very far. We didn't really go to our strategy, but we'd acquired quite a few fish off the fish list quite early on, and encountered a few accidental pelagics and adventures. So yeah, I think it was a really good day. Haven't dove together much, and I think we picked up on how each other dove pretty quickly, and come up with like a little bit of a rhythm. So and ended up with some of it was chill, some of it was fun, and we still got enough fish that we both feel. I feel proud that we still weighed in like a good amount of fish.
Definitely the most amount of fish I've ever got at a competition.
Oh, so. Nice. Sadly, I can't say the same.
Bit of a personal victory for me. Yeah,
we did discuss that. We said, how many fish had you got? Because you've done nationals and one other comp, and I've done a couple others, and the goal was just to get more than you had got in your other comp. So we did that, and yeah, it was fun.
Well, you should be proud of that. Did you guys stick to the strategy you had at the start of the day?
Yeah, so our strategy was to go and target pelagics at the start of the day.
Follow some other people.
Yeah.
Didn't follow us, and that's probably a good thing for you.
I think in terms of direction, we went okay. Just the fish weren't there.
Yeah, like we had plans to like do certain things, and we talked about that beforehand, and then we changed our strategy based on what was there, which was actually kind of the strategy. It was like, go do this. If this isn't there or is there, we'll then do this. So I think we followed the strategy.
I think we did pretty well, like reading the terrain and like judging what kind of species we could get from it, you know.
Awesome.
Which was quite good. We were constantly looking for holes to find that, that big school of blue mau mau, which we found near the end of the day. But
I think part of our strategy too was that we know we can't outswim heaps of people. We haven't dived together much. We're not going to get there first, and we haven't competed together, so we kind of went for like a bit of a we can't be the fastest or get there first strategy. So what can we do instead? And one of the places we actually dove was where no one else was, where all the boats had started. And we thought, well, no one's spent time there, so we'll go there. And that's where we found our kingy.
Tell us about your kingy. Is that included in any funny moments, or have you got other funny moments that happened maybe today?
I don't know if we call that a funny moment yet, Darren. I think we're still a little bit wounded and heartbroken about it.
Will it be funny tomorrow, maybe?
No, look, it's just a learning experience, I would say. But yeah, we were just, it was... coming to high tide, we'd just finished lunch, and we thought, we'll just jump in here. There's not a lot of people. Maybe we'll look for a bit of snapper or something will come along. And we're just cruising around, and a lone kingy just comes in. I look over at Laura, and she's looking at some blue mau mau.
Lining up a blue mau mau. Hungry as for it.
Yeah. So on the short line, I go to take a shot. Get in a shot, and it's
from the surface, eh?
From the surface. Yeah, I should have done a duck dive. Anyway, learning experience, and it just goes a bit high, and fish is probably on it for about 10 seconds before it rips off.
I turn around, I can feel movement behind me, and I'm about to line up this blue mau mau, and I'm maybe like half a metre or 2 metres down, and I just feel movement behind me, and I just see this. It's a relatively good sized kingy with a shot in it, and my first reaction is yes. yes, you shot it from the surface because, technically you can't have two of you down. So I was just like, yeah. And then I kind of go to check if it needs a second shot. And by the time I even move my gun, it's just off into the murk. And I'm like, I followed it for a little bit and it was just out of there. It was wounded and gone.
I don't know. I think we did pretty well. Like, I think we were a little bit gutted for about a minute there, but I think it also got our hopes up, sort of after lunch that, there's more fish out there and we can definitely, get a few in this second stint. So, yeah.
Amazing. Sounds like you guys did really well and worked as a team together.
Lots of funny moments, but I guess that was our most memorable moment. So.
Yeah, Laura did have a shark try to eat her, apparently.
Overzealous. Okay, I may have gotten a bit frightened by a shark. It was murky. The viz was not good today, and I was lining up a butterfish, and I did see a big-ass shark, yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't like them. So, yeah, it was a little bit funny.
Yeah, cool. We have heard from other competitors that there was quite a big bronze whaler cruising around. So, fair. It wasn't just a little guy trying to have a little snack on our butters. It was a big, decent one. So, what's your favourite part of diving together?
This is going to sound real lame. No offence taken to you, Elise. It's really nice diving with a buddy who wanted to have
a fancy boat, eh?
No, this is in general. I think I actually benefited from having a break. Normally when we dive, we just go. We don't stop. We don't get out. We do not leave the water. We definitely don't get out on a boat or the rocks to eat or drink water. And that is not a great thing to comment about the best part of diving with Duran because lots of it was great. He's got lots of different technique that I picked up on. If I suggest stuff, he was just happy as to just be like, oh, yep, like I was going on about the blue mau-maus not being big enough. He wasn't like, no, you're wrong. He's like, all right, we'll shoot a couple more. And then we ended up weighing in like a couple of really good sized ones.
What we didn't tell Laura is that me and Jamie also had a couple moments just having breaks on the boat, but I was like, don't tell Laura we're having a break.
But no, it was good just to be with someone that was competitive enough, but also was like, yeah, no, we better get back on time, or we better have some lunch and stuff. And it was just good hanging out with a mate and shooting some fish and coming back and not being ashamed of our small catch because we got a pretty good amount of fish, so it was good.
No, I think we did. No, I think we did well. Yeah, look, I like diving with Laura. She's got a lot more experience than me, and I learned quite a bit today, which is quite good. So definitely a lot of learnings, and take it forward, and I hope we get to dive together again.
Yeah, for sure. Well done, guys. I can say you're pretty proud of yourself, so well done on that.
Just checking in with one of today's male and female pairings, Elise and Jamie. How did you guys go today?
It was an interesting day, for sure.
It was a lot.
It was
a lot of good times. Ups and downs, diving life.
Yeah.
A roller coaster, some might say.
Yeah, no, we thought we were doing real well until we weighed our fish in.
But the thing is, at the start of the day, at about 10:30, Jamie snapped one of his fins. And then we were like, it's okay, don't worry, we've got this.
You'd think that was the worst thing that would happen during the day.
And then we get out as far as we can into the current.
And the second worst thing happened. The other fin broke.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I mean, I'm hearing a little bit of excuses, but that does sound pretty niggly to me.
No, to be fair, at that stage, we'd actually shot most of our fish. It was just a hard slog back.
Yeah, we were kicking and current for like 2 hours just to get him back to the boat.
We didn't have much time to actually hunt on the way back. Yeah.
So we kind of gave up a little bit and just decided to get crayfish. So we got our legal limit of crayfish for the day.
Elise was a legend. She was towing me. She was towing the line, literally getting me back to the boat because I was going fucking nowhere real quick. But yeah, no, we had a good first half of the day.
I'd say we had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Would you say that you guys, with the strategy that you're pumped up about, that you had a plan and where you're going, what you're doing, and getting pelagic?
Elise was the boss, and she put us in the good spots.
So you stuck to the plan, listen to Elise?
The strategy changed every 5 minutes as more crap just happened to us.
Would you say that you had any funny moments?
Fuck. Both fins breaking on separate occasions, like during the day, is pretty funny.
It was good. I think a funny thing was watching Skinny go down into a big hole with no fins on, pulling out some crayfish and just coming up like an absolute champ. That made my day. I was pumped with that.
So even though there wasn't crayfish on the list, how many crayfish did you clean up today?
That's actually one of the funny things that happened. So before the comp, word got around because Todd literally told us that there would be a biggest crayfish prize.
In addition, he actually made a flyer, a poster which was sent to our group diving chat.
So we spent a significant portion of our dives like looking for crays,
And big
guns down. And we did get some nice crays, but only to find out that was absolute horseshit. Like the weighmaster knew nothing about it, and there was no prize for any crayfish.
But in the end, we've got like 6
We do
crays
have some
between
good
us
crays for dinner.
to eat for the next couple of weeks, and I'm pumped about
It
it.
was a stitch up, 100%.
Well, to finish off, a little catch up with you guys, because we're heading to prize giving now. We're actually running late. Good us. What is the best part of diving together? Like from today, you guys have dived together casually and recreationally a few times, but today, best part of diving together?
Just learning other people's different skill sets and things that they do. Elise is a bit of a fucking, she's a workhorse. She fucking moves, man. I'm not that kind of diver, but she fucking goes for it. And so I was playing catch up the whole day, which is good. It's good to put yourself in that
What
position.
was really cool for me is every time like I'd miss a fish and got a little bit cross at myself, I'm like, oh, Skinny, I just totally missed that poor eye. He'd be so chill and be like, yeah, no, don't worry, but we've got all this time. And I'm like, yeah, Skinny, you're not wrong. Everything's okay. And he just made me feel so chill all day. So appreciate it. Yeah, it's been mean diving with you.
Well, sounds like you guys had a glorious day.
That was great.
And, yeah,
Yeah. And
off to prize giving.
off to prize giving, let's go have some wild pork roast and some big fancy food that the Herbs have put on. So thank you so much for the Herbs. You guys have done an amazing job organising. And yeah, incredible. King's birthday every year. It's that 1st of June. You'll know that that's on.
Oh, well. That was good. Far out. It was pretty funny. I like just listening back to that again. We definitely had a couple of beersies by then, but that's okay.
And it might be the only time that I can say that I've ever beaten Elise Kleins in a competition, so I will say it on air now. I'm stoked about that.
She did.
And
she did do that.
People joke about how we're always too, well, we've had comments of people think we're a bit competitive and stuff and competitive with each other, but we're actually just not. We're a little bit, we can pump each other up. But it was actually really nice to hear both of the boys talk about both. It sounds weird, but like it's nice to hear them saying how nice it was to dive with both of us.
Yeah,
like,
that was cool.
Jamie calling you a weapon and Darren saying that he thought I was experienced and stuff. So actually, it's
hell
quite
yeah.
nice to hear that we weren't terrible to dive with from other people other than ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, we mostly tell people that we're not horrible to dive with, but it takes a little bit of time to get to know that.
And maybe, truth be told, Elise, maybe I did appreciate a few things about diving with you when I didn't dive with you, if that makes sense. You know, I joke about how you power me round and don't let me drink any water or eat.
This is actually not true. I'm very, very high on the hydration.
You are, but I joke about it and it makes it sound
you have
like
to do
you're,
it while you're
you know,
swimming, though. There's no sitting on rocks. We don't have time for that shit.
We make jokes, but it is one of those things where you do appreciate the things that you have and the other buddies you dive with when you dive with new people. And it did make me realise how much I've learnt from you and diving with you. And
thanks,
so,
mate.
yeah, I miss diving with you, but I also really
diving
enjoyed.
with you too. How about next comp we go together, eh?
I'll see how I feel. I'll see how many. I'll see how how many messages come into my inbox after this when they hear that I hear how I placed at the Mercury Bay comp for 2024.
You're like,
you
I
know,
don't really want to go
Maybe-
into a comp with a loser.
maybe
so-
I'll just have too many options, and I'll be like, oh, I don't know, Elise. We'll see how.
Well,
yeah.
all right, I'll start looking for someone else then. No worries. I'm sure Jamie will be free. Once
winding
he gets a
you
new
up.
pair of fins.
Winding you up. We will be reunited soon. There's actually not any upcoming soon comps, but we know there'll be one near the end of the year.
Yeah, when's
and
our next one? There might be one in October. There might be one in November. There'll
Maybe we need
definitely
to-
one in December, right?
maybe we need to make a Spearo Diaries yearly annual catch and cook.
That'd be good. That'd
Thought
be cool.
I'm having right now.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be quite cool.
But
Actually.
anyway, I was just reflecting as we're recording all this and compiling it today that I actually lost a knife on this day and a pretty good
Where'd
port
you
eye.
lose it?
Oh, I think I was on a bit of a port eye flurry. It was a cheap one from somewhere, but it's, you think back and you think of the things that you didn't do. And we lost a kingy, I lost a port eye, and I lost a knife.
If it helps, I also lost a port eye. I just assumed it would stop somewhere and then I'd be able to go bomb on it, but it kept going, and I just looked away and then it was gone.
And before we move on to the bit that people probably want to hear, which is,
you beating me?
I mean, we know that already,
what we wanna
but just the rundown of the results and also,
Oh,
a
yes.
summary of the whole thing. Can you give me some more detail on the sketchy individual that was mentioned in Rob and Stu's interview, because I think you might know a little bit about it.
So there was this one time, me and Jamie had just like powered out to some rocks, and then we noticed that like it's kind of a bit of a fishier area, and then Rob swam over and he was like, "Hey guys, I've just seen a burley here," and being the like no filter cheeky individual that I am, even though I absolutely don't mean it in any way, I just tend to chat a lot of shit. I was like, "Oh, sucks to be you, doesn't it, Rob?" And then he was like, "What the heck?"
So for context here, for people who don't maybe know about like
And then I was like,
the etiquette though, like
yeah.
of not swimming over someone's burley.
Yeah.
You're pretty much, if someone tells you shouldn't really swim over someone's burley, right?
In nationals, somewhat like if you're in a national, someone would swim over the burley and or go shoot a fish off,
Interesting.
Off it.
Okay.
Totally. But like in a friendly comp, there's no way. And also, no chance in hell that I would ever go take Rob or Stu or anyone that I really care about's burley. But yeah, sometimes it can just be a little whoopsie-doo, cheeky lala.
And it's a little bit fun to wind people up.
Yeah, that's my main problem in life, I think. I get in trouble with that a lot of times, so...
But yes, in reflection, great comp. Cool to hear from the different peers about how they did. And, it doesn't always go the way you think it will. But I know, like, everyone always, can take away from it that still any day in the water is a better day than being at work. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. So after the comp, we all gathered together, had the prize giving at Egg-Centric, which is the cafe just next to the Herbs, and they put on a dinner for us, and it was incredible. We had wild, hunted pulled pork.
Yeah, some of the boys who competed actually, they had gone and got that
the juniors.
Yeah,
some of the juniors.
Some of the boys who were competing actually got
That's
that pig.
right.
Yeah.
Then there was this oh my gosh, it was like this blue cheese baked blue cheese kind of like pie thing, and it just like blew my world. And the next day I tried to like dip in for a bit of a recipe, but that was lips were sealed there. So it was a great chance to connect with all the other Spearos. We enjoyed a long weekend. Dave Mullins and Joseph Gundenson, sorry if I said your name wrong, won the comp. I'm pretty sure as they went up to get the trophy, they joked about how the patch of the wall where the trophy normally lives is just a patch of white just because it stays there. So, yeah.
It'd be pretty great if somebody could knock them off their perch next year, if you ask me.
Yeah, they might have to repaint, get that patch the same colour as the rest of the wall. But you know what? Also pretty cool. They won it quite a few times in a row now. Was it 5 or 6?
Yeah, numerous years in a row.
I don't know
We
the
can't remember how
exact
many,
amount,
but,
just because there's so many. Laura, do you have the results?
I do. So the rest of the results were as follows. Obviously, everyone competing in a pair. In second place was Stu and Rob, who you heard being interviewed. Third place, Ben and Blake. I know one of those boys had never competed before.
We did want to get them on the interview, but they were just quicker than we were. But that's okay.
A couple of father-son combos in here somewhere as well. But in fourth place were Nathan and Johnny. Fifth place, Thomas and Cole. Sixth place, Paddy and Quinn. Seventh, Todd and Kobe, who you hear on the interview, the uncle and cousin combo. Oh man, uncle and cousin.
And nephew.
Far out. Uncle and nephew, you know what I mean. In eighth place was myself and Darren. In ninth place, after Laura.
Can we also just say basically almost last?
Not almost last. But anyway, ninth place was Elise and old Nothin's Jamie. In 10th place was a bit of a smack together pair. I don't know if they count though, William and Herb. And then in 11th place was Morrison and Zach. And in the juniors section, there was lots of people in pairs that could be in the juniors section. So first were Paddy and Quinn. Second was Kobe, technically weighing in his fish for himself as a junior. And third was Morrison. And by memory, is this right? Was Morrison like 11?
Yeah, it was he was only a little dude, like 10 or 11. He was so sweet, and he was so pumped on being there.
He was stoked about placing for the juniors and having a good day with his dad, which was really cool to see, and that's what it's all about. So
pretty cool.
Yeah, those were the Mercury Bay Open 2024 official results.
Yep, 2025. Don't worry. Maybe again you'll get to beat me again, which will be good. Unless we're diving together.
I'm not worried about you. I'm going for Dave Mullins.
Go on.
Dreams are free, hey?
Go on.
Dreams are free.
Well, all in all, it's a pretty great comp. It's good to be involved in it, and it's a beautiful part of New Zealand to dive. So, cheers to our dive buddies, Durin and Jamie, and the other boys for jumping on. If you guys are ever keen to try a comp, this is a pretty good one. So, come along next year.
And for a celebration of all things spearing, diving, fishing, boats, and water sports, we're actually going to be at the Mystery Creek Event Centre in Hamilton for the New Zealand Boat Fish Dive Expo, and that's held Saturday the 31st of August and Sunday the 1st of September this year, 2024, in New Zealand. We're going to have a stall there for Spearo Diaries, and we're just checking out all the other things going on. I know there's going to be some culinary seafood delights and things as well. Cheers for listening to the episode, and please give us some feedback. We're keen to hear what you guys enjoy about these different kinds of episodes and interviews. And thanks for listening, and toodles!
Toodles!